Raw took place tonight in Glendale, Arizona, and right off the bat, I have to say, I enjoyed this show more than Survivor Series. That's right, a random episode of Raw in December was a better show than the fourth biggest PLE of the year. I think that says a lot more about Survivor Series War Games than it does about tonight's Raw, which even as bad as the PLE was, this was a good show overall. I just have to say one more thing about Survivor Series. I didn't go hard enough on it in my review. That show really sucked. That was a terrible Survivor Series. It wasn't like the War Games were bad or anything. It was just like the show was so lifeless, was so paint by the numbers. There was nothing intriguing about the War Games. I barely remember anything about either of those two matches. I remember the Cena stuff. That's because of John and how they did the angle, which was well done. But I don't remember a single thing, basically, from those War Games. It's maybe just Io's spot from the woman and from the men. I remember Punk bleeding and that awful angle at the end. Both those matches were so forgettable. They were just so... they were almost soulless. Like, nothing really mattered in those matches. So... yeah, I think it wasn't necessarily like the matches were just the worst. There's probably been worse War Games in WWE. The Women's War Games last year was a lot worse than this year's because Nia Jax ruined that match. But like they're just so forgettable this year. That's really what I'm going back thinking about Survivor Series. But tonight's Raw did advance some storylines, planted some seeds, in particular regarding the World Heavyweight Championship match. We'll get to that. So to start the show off, we see the usual stars arriving to the show, and then we see Judgment Day waiting in the parking lot for Dominic Mysterio, who is arriving, driving a car with, in the passenger seat, happens to be Liv Morgan. She gets out of the car, she hugs Raquel, and she hugs JD, but she just stares at Roxanne for a bit and stares at Finn, so clearly they're going to build tension between her and Roxanne in the future. Then we go to the arena. Io Sky and Rhea Ripley open up the show together. Io comes out first, then Rhea is out. They are now Rio, as they said in the promo. Rio is not a bad name. I don't think there's any other wrestler who's called Rio. Is there? They cut a promo on the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi, calling them out. Instead, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, who got a big pop when she came out, of course. Alexa Bliss always gets a pop. But they come out, and of course, they want another rematch for the women's tag team titles. And actually, they didn't get a rematch, and they're upset. They want to be in line first. Rhea tells them to get them to get to the back of the line. Alexa is then the one who challenges them to a match tonight. Io accepts for the team, and we get a main event. Io Sky and Rhea Ripley against Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. Two baby faces going at it, two babyface teams. And this show had a lot of face versus face and also some heel versus heel. We'll get to that. Backstage, Adam Pearce makes the women's tag team match official. It's number one contenders match. Winner faces Asuka and Kairi Sane for the women's tag team titles. Ivy now walks up to him backstage. She wants a match with Maxine Dupree for the IC title. He says she'll have the match. She'll lose, hopefully, and Maxine will lose the belt soon. Maxine, I do not want to see her have a long title reign. Hopefully, Becky comes back soon and just gets the belt back. And then Paul Heyman and Bron Breaker go up to him. Paul wants Bron to get a title shot after he pins CM Punk in War Games. Jey Uso made a stupid yeet entrance. We get a John Cena feature on his rivalry with CM Punk. And then we get LA Knight taking on Jey Uso in the Last Time Is Now tournament. This is the semifinals. Winner goes to the finals on SmackDown. Jey is a horrendous wrestler. He is awful to watch. I can't get over what he did in War Games. I'm still not over. I can't believe they had him do that. He is, during the, this is supposed to be it's a War Games. This is war. I mean, imagine in a war dancing during a war on the front lines. This is one of the deadliest matches in WWE. He's doing the fucking yeet, dry humping the top of the cage. Like, what the fuck, man? I can't get over it. He's so bad. I hate Jey Uso. I don't want to see him. Just go away with me. And he's one of the biggest reasons this year sucked. I would say his push is the biggest issue, one of the 3 or 4 biggest issues for WWE in the year 2025. The biggest was the botched John Cena heel turn, which I think left a dark cloud over the company for the whole year. Then there was how they booked the women's division on SmackDown. So many issues with SmackDown as a whole, how it was written, NXT sucking this year. There was a lot of issues, but Jay's push is right at the top. It was fucking horrendous, and he won the Rumble, ruined that show, had a horrendous match at Gunther at WrestleMania, tapped him out. Jay sucks, man. He is awful. His push has been dreadful, and it's probably the worst part of this year for me personally. Besides, the botched heel turn for Cena. Anyway, Jay hits the Uso splash. He goes for the pin, but LA Knight counters it and rolls up Jey Uso for the win. So congratulations, Jey Uso managed to botch a pinfall. He is truly special. The Yeet Man is a fucking joke. They say, well, I'm just an entrance. I'm sick of people saying I'm just an entrance. That's all you fucking are. You stop in the middle of a War Games match to do a fucking yeet, you bum. You suck, Jay. So after the match, Jay sits in a corner after he lost. Then he crashes out, trashes the Prime stand and steps. He knows how we feel while watching him wrestle every week. That's my reaction to seeing you wrestle, Jay. You suck. Anyway, we go backstage. Bayley and Lara Valkyria are talking to Adam Pearce, requesting a shot at the tag team titles. He tells them they're under consideration. Then Asuka and Kairi walk in. Asuka blames Bayley for her team losing at War Games. Asuka then demeans Bayley. Kairi tries to be nice. She even gives Bayley the chain from the War Games match. Then Asuka yells, Kairi, getting her to leave. Judgment Day were out next as a team without Liv Morgan, who got her own special entrance. When we come back, we're in the ring. Dominic Mysterio gloats after defeating John Cena at Survivor Series. He introduces Liv Morgan, making her return to Raw. Liv cuts a brief promo saying that Judgment Day officially runs Monday Night Raw. I was expecting her and Roxanne to have a thing. I really wanted to see them have a program together, and they can have like that triangle over Dom, similar to what they did last year, or almost 2 years ago now, or actually it was last year, I'm sorry, with Liv and Rhea, and that wasn't like that was a bad feud, it's just it dragged on way too long. I think they can do it this time maybe a little bit better with Liv, Roxanne, and Dom, but I guess they're not doing it. It doesn't look like it. So she says Judgment Day officially runs Monday Night Raw. Then she jumps in Dom's arms. It was a brief promo for her return after a few months since that shoulder injury. We get some promo from Maxine Dupree, a stupid promo, training in the dungeon with Natalia. I don't care. Adam Pearce talks to the referee on the mystery masked man. He wants him to keep an eye on any potential subjects. Why would you want this? Why would you say this in front of a camera? I mean, no one's going to talk to him now. So AJ Styles and Dragon Lee are out next. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee defend their tag team titles against the New Day. Don't care. Champions retain. Thank God the New Day lost. They're washed up. Go away. Backstage, Jackie Redmond interviews Stephanie Vaquer after her win over Nikki Bella at Survivor Series. It's a brief interview before Liv Morgan confronts her and tells her that she's back, and that's a good feud for Stephanie. I'd like to see her and Liv go at it. I wouldn't mind it. I think they can actually have a decent feud together. Division, we're out next. So we go to the ring after a commercial break. Paul Heyman shouts out Brock Lesnar and Drew McIntyre for helping them win at War Games. He puts over each member of Division, Logan Paul and Bronson Reed. Paul then announces that CM Punk will defend the World Heavyweight Championship on the first Raw of 2026, January 5th. This is the 1-year anniversary since the Raw debut on Netflix. So they're starting off with a big show. This one's in Brooklyn. They're not in Los Angeles this year, but they're in Brooklyn. CM Punk, Bron Breaker. It's going to be a big show, the first Raw of the year for Netflix. Then Bron Breaker cuts easily the best promo of his career on CM Punk. He called him a soft-ass bitch. He says his wife is a bigger star than him. Then he cuts a good promo. He brings up a conversation they had during WrestleMania this year backstage about CM Punk saying, now you're ready to cut a promo with the big boys. He cuts a very intense promo. After it ended, Logan Paul says, damn, to really put it over. It was a great promo by Bron Breaker. Definitely the most important of his career and easily the best one he's ever cut. So I don't know if he's going to beat CM Punk on Raw. I think that's doubtful, but they're going to go all the way with him very soon, and he, I think, will have the Roman Reigns spot as the top guy in the company, or maybe the Cody Rhodes spot now. He's going to be the guy. Jackie Redmond tries to talk to Jey Uso after his loss. He ignores her. Who would ignore Jackie Redmond with the way she looked tonight? She looked great, but he cuts up promo on Roman Reigns. I really hope we don't have to watch that WrestleMania. I heard that loser Dave Meltzer said that it's going to be Roman and Cody 3 at WrestleMania. I fucking hope not. But I also don't want to see Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. I don't want to see him wrestle Cody again, but I'll take that match over Jey. I'll take anyone over Jey. Anyone. Please. We see Io Sky and Rhea Ripley warming up backstage. Gunther was out next. Then we get a John Cena interview clip ahead of this final match. So the interviews are going to be released on the after Raw. It'll be next week after Raw, the week of his last match. So I'll definitely watch that. And then we get Gunther and Solo. They officially have their match. I don't like Solo. I think he's awful. He's one of the most boring wrestlers in the company. He does not entertain me, but he had a very good match tonight with Gunther. It was a heel versus heel match, which is interesting. And in this match, Gunther was clearly the babyface. So he had Tala Tonga interfere, and it looked like, I'm thinking, don't do it, don't beat Gunther. But what happens is it blows up in their face, the ref catches him, and then Gunther hits a low blow to Tala. Later, Gunther hits a low blow to Solo, hits him with a powerbomb 1, 2, 3, and they had a surprisingly good match. Gunther at least had one good match with with one of the Uso, or what are they called, the Fatus. He had a good match with one of them. I mean, he had a good match with Solo, but he can't have a good match with Jey. That tells you how horrible Jey Uso is in the ring. That guy is horrendous. He's like the worst wrestler in the whole company right now. But I'm glad Gunther got the win. After the match, LA Knight confronted him. They have a stare down. And the finals of the Last Time Is Now tournament will take place on SmackDown, in which Gunther will undoubtedly win. He will then face John Cena 2 weeks in Washington for Saturday's main event, Cena's last match. So we get a Becky Lynch WrestleMania 42 promo. She looked great, I have to say. But they're doing all these promos for WrestleMania. Actually, I like the theme this year. I'm relieved we don't have to hear Fiend while they show us the Vegas skyline a million times. In contrast to the men's promo, they have a restaurant. So there's a billion restaurants in Las Vegas, if you don't know. But the women are all at a restaurant together. Liv Morgan's actually in it, too. But the woman, they just shot it. And the men are at the casino, women are at the restaurant. But this was the Becky one. We get an Adam Pearce promo backstage, or not really a promo actually, just talking to the ref backstage. Then AJ Styles and Dragon Lee walk up to him. AJ says they want to defend their belts. Dragon Lee says he wants it to be against the War Raiders. Pearce makes it official. Next week, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee against the War Raiders. Alexa and Charlotte are heading to the ring backstage. Then they preview next week's Raw. Backstage, Jackie Redmond interviews Rey Mysterio before his match with Finn Balor next week. She asks him about an Intercontinental title run, and then Logan Paul comes in, he insults him, and they're clearly teasing a future match between the two of them. That would be good. I wouldn't mind that match if they do it right before John Cena's last match at the Saturday Night's Main Event show. I think that'd be a good undercard match, but actually it probably won't happen because they want to do the NXT exhibition matches, so probably not. Charlotte Flair is out next, and then Alexa Bliss comes out after. Then Io Sky comes out, followed by her partner, Rhea Ripley, who, of course, gets a massive pop. And we get our main event, number one contenders tag team title match. Winner goes on to face Asuka and Kairi Sane for the women's tag team titles, with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky taking on Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair in the main event. So Rhea and Io got the heat on Alexa for a while. Eventually, Rhea and Charlotte tag in. They go at it. They have a face-off. Rhea sells DDTs the best. She sold one from Charlotte, and then she sells Alexa's DDT, and she just sells it so well. They were having a great match until the Kabuki Warriors come out attacking both teams. They beat down. I think they had Rhea and Charlotte on the outside, and they had Io Sky and Alexa Bliss inside the ring. They're beating them down, and then of course, this causes disqualification, so no one wins. I figured that was going to be the finish. Then Bayley and Lara Valkyria come out to make the save, but they're attacked by Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, and Roxanne Perez.
In the end, they're the two ones left standing. All the other teams are down. I think that's 5 teams: Alexa, Charlotte, Rhea, Io, Asuka, Kyrie, Bayley, Lyra, and the Judgment Day. Raquel and Roxanne are the team. So Liv raised both their arms. They did this thing where Roxanne grabbed the women's title. Raquel had the other one, but Roxanne wanted to give it to Liv. Liv tells Roxanne to keep it, so she officially raises both her hands, and Raquel and Roxanne are now a team. It seems like while Liv is going to pursue Stephanie Vecchia for the Women's World Championship. And that's how Raw ended, with the Judgment Day woman standing tall. Overall, as I said, I thought this was a good show. Much better than that Survivor Series show, one of the worst Survivor Series of all time, really. That was a bad show, a bad PLE, but this was actually a pretty decent show tonight. So we had that. And we will see what WWE does next. We are now 12 days away officially from John Cena's final match. The last time is now, and we'll see what happens there. But again, I said tonight was definitely an improvement over Survivor Series.